Okay, here we go. I have a match of the deck here. This is actually an interesting hand because we can draw. We get to go first. We can draw two, so we have two extra shots at hitting the land here to play the Neonate. If that did not work, we could just discard the Grave Troll to hand size. Hell, we could discard the Grave Troll to hand size and then have 2, 3 dredges on our next turn. But I don't know if that does anything. Basically, really, I mean, this is where not having Dread Return really matters. So I would snap keep this hand for playing Legacy, and I could do something with cards out of my graveyard. But this deck doesn't really work that way, so we have to mulligan this. We could generate a lot of, in theory, generate a lot of dredges and a lot of creatures. It's just I don't know if we're actually going to win the game. We need to cast spells, I think. Yeah. So this is a very similar hand, of course, only much better because we actually have a land to play the Neonate. So I'll keep this, and I will definitely keep a Neonate on top. I think I'm actually going to play this. I could go off right away here with, I could discard this, dredge this, and just really go off on the first turn. But knowing that we have a Neonate on top, I'm not going to do that because I would like to have that Neonate next turn to go off even further. So, all right, looks like we're against Tron. All right, so let's see what we can do here. I feel like it's going to be quite a bit. Discard a Grave Troll. Dredge a Grave Troll. There's a Bloodghast and a Bridge. So, but we do not have another, so we need to use this one. Discard this. Make a zombie. Use this replacement effect. Double Narcomoebas. Now we're talking. And a prized amalgam. Now what do we have in our graveyard here? Do we have another? So interesting. We actually don't have another dredge card here. So using the Shriek Wraith actually just draws a card right now. I'm actually fine with that because I'd like to hit lands. We're going to have a fair amount of power on the board next turn. We'll go ahead and cycle it. Sure, if we hit a tap land or something. Oh, we hit a land. Sweet. So there's a Faithless Looting in our graveyard. So that's good. So we'll play the land. And this gets back the Bloodghast. A lot of price amalgam triggers. All right, so there you go. Turn 2, we have 5, 7, 9 power on board against our opponent's 1 Tron land. So that's pretty good. What we don't have is a dredge card in our graveyard or a way to get one there, actually. So, I mean, we'll see what we draw. There's a lot of good draws, obviously. Something like Faithless Looting would be insane. Just hitting a land to flash back Faithless Looting is actually not insane since we don't have dredge cards in there, but it'd be pretty good. Let's see what our opponent's got to follow up here. This felt pretty good. I was a little unsure about the hand. It sometimes feels like if you're not hitting land drops with the deck, just dredging isn't enough to get there because you don't necessarily have enough payoff. It's Narcomoebas and amalgams only at that point. But it looks like we're gonna get to hit our opponent down to 10. Yeah, got a tower. Oh my gosh, we hit the land. That's pretty good. Just get in there for now. How many Faithless Lootings are in here? Just one? Alright, so we'll play our land. Now I can flashback the looting. This gets the things into our graveyard. I could just play this, which gives us the 10th point of power to kill him next turn. And if he does kill it or something, we can put a Neonate on top. We can put a, etc., etc. I might do this. I actually like the, actually Yeah, it's relevant to play this just because it's the 10th point of power. I mean, he does not have Tron right now, so he has to have an answer or he's dead. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Even a Pyroclasm isn't that good for him. A Pyroclasm gives us 5 zombies and he dies, so that's not where he wants to be. You put 10 power on the board in turn 2, that's usually pretty good, especially on the play. Okay, it's an egg. That doesn't bother me. Don't know that we have any specific hate for his deck, but we do have the ability to just put a lot of power into play. Prize Amalgam just really pushes deck over the top. I mean, over the top. By that I mean into playable range. I don't think this deck's breaking modern or anything like that. Oh, he had the Pyroclasm. Does he know this isn't going to work? I would like to get back a Neonate. Sorry, buddy. Do I want? No, okay, he's going to scoop. Yeah, he had the Pyroclasm. Just didn't matter. Alright, so I don't know what we want here, but I bet it involves these things. Get rid of the Street Wraiths. Probably get rid of a Gargadon, the other Street Wraiths. I think this is the best way to board, it's just to board these out. This card can be very good. Obviously, it allows you to go off with your bridges, but I think that we just want all this. There's actually a lot of stuff we can name with this, so we'll see how it goes. I think this deck definitely needs Life from the Loam. I'll post an updated list at the bottom of the article, but I think we need Life from the Loam quite a bit here. And so this hand is interesting. We could discard the bridge. I think I might keep it. We get to discard the bridge. We have a lot of cards we want to discard out of this hand, though. Play the bridge. Sacrifice the Gargadon. Oh, no, you have to sacrifice... Oh, I can't sacrifice enchantments. Blown out. I don't know about this hand, to be honest. I mean, the Neonate allows us to pitch. The problem is we have like 3 cards we want to discard with this hand. We want the bridge in the graveyard. Then we want this in the graveyard. And I think I'm going to mulligan. Okay, this seems much better. I'm just going to go off with looting and neonates. Just lead with the looting. Probably pitch the blood gas, and we'll see what else we draw. I don't necessarily want to pitch the second looting. Hopefully we'll draw a dredger to discard. And we get a scry and we get a draw, so lots of options, lots of opportunities to do that. Our opponent has mulligan to 5. We will keep the 6. Oh, he's deciding if he wants to go to 4. That's unfortunate. I mean, he's just mulliganing hard to the sideboard hate, I guess. I would love it to draw land, as a matter of fact. And he's got the mine, got the bobble. I almost wonder if I want to... I guess I don't want to do... I do not want to do this because I want to save it for the ability to get a bridge trigger later. Oh my gosh. That's... I mean... That's not a... it's not a dredger, but it's still pretty good. Means we'll have 5 power in play next turn. Our opponent may just be able to Turbo Tron, though. That would be a problem. We have the Gargadon. So if we get some bridge, we need a Dredge card. That's what we need to hit. Oh, he found a Ulamog, and that's fine. Hopefully we're a ways away from that. Oh no. Okay. So let's play our neonate. I don't actually feel super. We're doing a, we're certainly not doing bad here, but there's the dredger. Okay. I could loot, and I may actually want to loot just to try to find a land so we have a third. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, great. So we can pitch the Sinkweed Imp and the Narc, and I can actually continue to go off here. So we'll probe him. All his dust, huh? Okay. But an Ancient Surian, so he could Tron us. Okay, that's fine. So we'll Dredge. We've hit a Narcomoeba. Would like to use that ability, as a matter of fact. And another, oh, it's the same price Amalgam. Okay, so what's in our graveyard here? Oh, we got a Grave Troll. Okay, great. So next turn we're good. No bridges, unfortunately, but we'll be able to Faithless Looting next turn. So pretty solid, actually. I mean, so we ended turn 2 this game, this time around, with 8 power in play. All right, so our opponent's got an Ulamog, he's got an Ancient Surians to go try to find his last Tron land. He has well, he ripped Sylvan Scrying off the top, so he has all his dust for us next turn. But that's fine. We're just gonna. I'll probably just suspend this rather than flash our thing back. That way we can make the all his dust bad and just go in on this. Yeah, I'll dredge. Would have loved to hit a bridge there. So the question here, I may actually hold the land so that after we sack our things and he plays all of us, we can get our bridge back. All right, we can play this land and get our Bloodghast back. Which, unfortunately, are very close to having haste, but won't. Alright, so I've never actually... Okay. Make sure I do this properly here. I mean, I guess having the bridge... I mean, if we had a bridge, we wouldn't even care about the all is dust, you know? We'd just be able to just let it resolve. Alright, so he's got 8 mana right now. He does have a good hand. I mean, Ulamog's only 10. Okay. I think and hope we'll be able to go off on our next turn, though, and hopefully make enough to just kind of power around it. Alright, have to assume this is the all is dust. Yep, okay, so throw all these things under this. Yeah, sure, I'll let that resolve. So we have 6 on this right now. Okay, so move to our turn. Yield to that. We have a dredger in here, so we'll dredge the Stinkweed Imp. We've hit some more stuff. We will play land. Get all the Bloodghast back. And this will get a prized Amalgam back as well. So we don't actually get to deal him any damage this turn. But if he had just dealt himself 1 point of damage, would have been swell. Alright, so I'm actually debating whether or not I flash back the Faithless Looting here. I don't know that I do. I don't think I do. It doesn't... I mean, we certainly get to go off, you know. But we've put enough in play, we don't need to do that. And as a matter of fact, this thing will come off suspend next turn if we want it to, and be hasty. So what I think I'm actually going to do, because we do want, we're going to have the amalgam come back. Okay. I want to be able to leave one creature. I think I may just cast a Stinkweed Imp. I don't think there's any reason not to. We lose a counter here, but I don't think that's going to matter. Okay, so now we get our amalgam back. All right, so our opponent can Ulamog stuff, and he'll probably Ulamog our lands, I guess. But we have a giant board, and we'll just make sure that this thing comes off suspend, and we'll just be able to swarm him to death. Also, for what it's worth, this has Death Touch. Close, anyways. It's a triggered ability. Yep, he's going to the well. All right, so red's using for the Pyroclasm, which won't actually do much. Yeah, if this deck had a Dredge return, I think Dredge would be actual busted in Modern, because all these things we're doing could have Flinkin Zealot attached to them, which gives your creatures +1/+1 in haste. All right, so there's a Pyroclasm, so that's fine. Eat that. I don't think he's gonna be able to beat this. I mean, plus this and the amalgam is lethal. All right, so it has one left, and that'll come off next turn. So I don't actually, there's no reason to put it in play now and risk something. So that's fine. I'll just let that resolve. Stinkweed Imp down. May even draw for my turn to try to hit a land, as a matter of fact. Well, I guess, yeah, we'll see. I don't know if there's a reason to. Maybe we should just dredge. Because if we get bridges, then we're fine. Alright, what's he got here? Stirrings, okay. I'm pretty sure Red Green Tron can only play at sorcery speed, so I don't think they're actually going to be able to do. I don't think he'll be able to do much here. Sanctum of Ugin's certainly not going to do it. He needs to, I guess, kill this. Oh, he has 10 life now. I'm just going to draw and try to find land. Okay, yeah, he scooped. I'm saying we have lethal on the table. I was going to play it out and try to Faithless Looting for a land to get back the Bloodghast with H just in case, but there we go. That was a good match. Just Tron cannot keep up with Dredge.